Ethos of Silence.
A veteran podcast aims to amplify the voices of veterans, creating a safe space for authentic conversations about their experiences, challenges, and triumphs. We seek to break the stigma surrounding mental health and foster community support, resilience, and understanding. Through storytelling, expert insights, and candid discussions, we strive to inspire healing, promote awareness, and empower veterans on their journeys.
Welcome. All right, welcome back. Ethos of Silence. I think we're going to jump into some boot camp stories. Recruit training, because we're Marines here.
Yep.
Got they're Tim hosting here, and got my buddy Derrick.
And they were drill instructors in the Marine Corps, not drill sergeants.
Yes, they were drill instructors, and they wore them damn Smoky Bears and scared the shit out of you.
Yep. And if you want to, speaking of, since the Marine Corps has its own language, if you want to know the number one way to piss off a Marine, call him a soldier.
Oh, yeah. No,
it'll come back on you quick.
That gets people at work. Oh, man. When people at work, man, that starts off my day in the wrong mood every time. And I'm sure, all my buddies who actually watch this are now going to do it on purpose.
Possibly. You're definitely opening the door for that.
That's all right, though. That's all right. That means they're open to play games. That's fine.
Oh, yeah.
If anything, that's something the Marine Corps taught me was games. Games are fun.
Oh, yeah.
Games are meant to be played.
That's what I told. We had a new guy started at work here not too long ago. I said, if we don't fuck with you, we don't like you. He's like, well, how do I know y'all are screwing with me? I said, you'll know. Yeah,
because you play stupid games and you win stupid prizes.
Oh, yeah, and I'm not going to say what my number one prank is, but let's just say it involves a wrist rocket. I've already done it to a couple of people, and then I've done it so much I got accused of doing something, putting a snake in a guy's toolbox. And no, that wasn't me. Not that one. The other ones were me, but not the snake. I don't screw with snakes.
Man.
Anyway,
that reminds me of the training enforcement of when you did something stupid working on aircrafts, right? And it was like stupid, like your light bulb should have went off. I don't understand why you did that. They'd make you sit in the corner in timeout and wear a dunce cap. So and we had dunce written on it in Sharpie, and it was colored, different colors and all kind of different shit like that. And it's just the sock that goes inside the little plastic cranials that everybody wears out on the flight line to protect them from falls and everything else. But it's the sock that goes on it without the fucking cranial. So you got all the little straps coming off the top of it that got little buckles to patch into it, right? So they make you sit in timeout and wear this. And then it's like when you send a kid to timeout, and then, do you know why I made you wear the dunce cap? You gonna do it again? All right, hang up the dunce cap. All right, go back to timeout.
Yep.
Man. All right, so we wanted to focus on recruit training. Yeah. All right, so I never heard of the terminology shark attack until I met Kevin.
I'd never heard it called that either.
I had no idea what he was talking about when he said, "Did they hit you with a shark attack?" The hell do you mean a shark attack? I was like, we've got something called the yellow footprints. He's like, oh, so they treated y'all with dignity and respect? Like, no.
Hold up now. What is this dignity and respect you speak of? And where do I find some of it?
Oh, man, I'm still looking.
Not me too. I was at a wedding years ago, and the photographer wanted me to get in on the pictures, and I was like, she goes, come on, I'm not trying to take your soul here. I said, well, you can't take what the Marine Corps never gave back to me. I said they took that from me when I showed up at Paris Island, and that was just one of the many things they forgot to give back to me.
It's a method to the madness, man. They don't forget to give it back for any reason. They know they've got it.
Oh yeah, it's kind of like they give you just enough to keep you moving.
Mm-hmm.
That there's a reason for everything they do, and half of it doesn't make sense.
But the NCOs who then take what's happening and put it in the fucking spin factory and motivate the people around them is the amazing part of it. And I was blessed to learn from a multitude of different people, from going and attaching to different squadrons in the air wing, but also going to PMO and learning from, people that I should have never had contact with on a base unless I'm doing something fucking stupid. And I got to see it from their side of it, not the other side. So, that gives you another element of how to get things done when you need to get things done.
Oh yeah. After I left recruit training and ended up in the fleet on my first deployment, I hung out with people. They taught me things that I will never talk about on camera.
I hear
ever.
I hear you.
Because of what it was. But
there are some highly trained, highly skilled people out there, and I am glad they're on our side.
Exactly. But getting back to recruit training, I really didn't know what to think going into it.
Let's jump into some of the receiving stuff, right? Let's start from the beginning and work our way. And we'll see. I mean, if we go 30 minutes and we got to do a recruit training and we're just getting out of phase 1, it is what it is.
Hey, that's just how it rolls.
So receiving, right?
Yep.
How many kids, when you walked in, had blood gushing out of their heads and had hands on their heads, or were you one of the first people to go through there? Were there a lot?
Are you talking about the haircut?
They put you on the yellow footprints, right? Yep. And then they, of course, they're going crazy and they're yelling. And there's people, there's always this one little girl saying, "What do I do with my birth control?" and all this other different dumb shit. And the drill instructors are, if you're the nail that sticks out, you get the hammer, right? So everybody just kind of starts to conform and be like, I'm not doing anything fucking stupid. I'm gonna fucking follow the leader and go in here.
Receiving at Parris Island is where I learned the true definition of the phrase "under the radar."
That's it.
That's when I learned what that phrase really means.
Yeah.
And it's kind of become my motto. I stay under radar range, out of sight, out of mind.
That's it.
But no, I remember that. You're talking about the haircut, correct?
I'm talking about the haircut, and then so you walk in and you see everybody bleeding all over the place because their molds got cut off their heads. I'm like, how many kids have molds on their heads? All these kids holding their shit, or like the Clippers got them and all this other different shit.
Well, I know my head when I got done. I wasn't one of the first ones through, but by the time I'd gotten my head shaved, my head was about as red as that flower. Because they were going so damn fast, those clippers were getting painfully hot.
Yeah.
Like, they were not gentle. I mean, they were shaving your head in a matter of seconds.
Mm-hmm.
And I just remember thinking, it felt like a nasty sunburn for I don't know how long. Like, for probably 2 or 3 days, it felt like your head was just burnt. So it literally was. So
out of the multitude of things that you saw that first night in receiving, the drill instructors yelling, the haircuts that were ridiculously fast, ridiculously painful, and then the phone call home to where you've got to read off this list, and you can feel the fact of somebody saying, my poor baby, because it's your grandma that answered the phone, it's your grandpa, it's your mom, it's your dad, that answered the phone, and the words that come out of their mouth, and then the fact of you continuing to read because somebody just got their ass chewed, the worst you've ever seen in your life for going off script. So you finish the script and you hear them say what they say, and like at that point, it's like the Marine Corps owns my soul. Yep.
And surprisingly, I still remember some of that script. Now that you mention it, and that's a part of my brain that I haven't even thought about since I read the script myself.
Well, that's our first event that we throw in the box, and it's like, okay, well, I they love me, they'll get over it, but that fucking sucks. Get that call at 2 a.m. and say, hey, and I'm sure, they say, hey, it's me at Paris Island. I made it okay. Yada, 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 yada.
I'll contact you in, I think the script said 7 to 10 business days by mail. Don't send, bulky items or something along those lines. And goodbye for now. Click.
Goodbye for now. Click.
Yep. And I didn't even know what a phone was until Recruit Libo Sunday, which we'll get to that later.
Yeah. Once they start giving you those.
Yeah. That was a weird day.
Yeah.
But now receiving, God.
What a nightmare at the start, and we're not even through the first day yet.
Yeah, I was like, we're only a few hours into this shit show, and we still got 3 months left of this.
Then they magically put you in bunks and take away all your stuff and be like, okay, well, we'll sort y'all out later.
Yep. And they give you a damn, they gave you a doggy bag, which, for those that don't know, it's just a pre-packed lunch from the chow hall, literally in a paper sack.
Yeah.
Usually white, for some reason or another. I guess that's a food service thing. I don't know. But it was a doggy bag.
That goes back to military lowest bidder thing.
Yeah. It was it was usually just a sandwich. And do you remember what kind of drink it was? Wasn't there a drink in it of some sort?
There was a drink. I
can't remember.
It was like a juice box, but it was
worse.
It was worse. And I want to call it a juice box, but it almost looked like it was one of the canteen drinks, right?
Yeah.
But it wasn't one of those. I don't know what lowest bidder they had make these things.
And they were horrible.
They were plastic drinks that were horrible. And they were different colors. So like at the range, you'd trade the colors with people and they were all horrible. There was like no flavor difference, but you like, hey, let me try the blue one.
Yeah. Yeah. And the sandwich, I wouldn't even feed that shit to my dog.
Now? Yeah. There's no way.
No. But, back then, fuck, you were just thankful for something.
You're starving.
Oh,
you're starving. You're doing all this high intensity training and they put food in front of you and you're like that dog seeing that McDonald's sandwich and just, I don't give a fuck what it's going to do to me. That shit smells good.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, so you gobble the shit down and then, that first night, like, is, I don't know about you, but when we got to the island, we left the airport and we got to the island, so I think somewhere around 2 or 3 a.m.
Yeah. 1:30, 2 o'clock is about when I got there. It was
just assholes and elbows till 8 p.m.
Yeah.
Just constantly grinding. And that first night where you actually sleep in the rack and you're just laying there like, what the fuck?
Wondering what you got yourself into.
What did I do this time?
Yeah.
Like, there's no talking my way out of this one. I'm all in.
Mm-mm.
And supposedly, I don't know if this was true, but somebody said supposedly the drill instructors asked who did not want to be there. I'm like, where the hell was I when they asked that question?
So
like, I wouldn't change my mind, but still.
So when I showed up, I had pink residue left in my hair. So I was nicknamed Pinky from the start, right?
Ooh.
So, and then also, I joined on the buddy program, so I was supposed to be in the same platoon as my buddy that I joined with, right? Well, the drill instructors ask anybody in the buddy platoon. This is before you go you get shots, any of your other different stuff before you're ever like issued too much stuff. You issued the bare minimums and you carry it all back to the squad bays before you really unload all the stuff in the foot lockers. They're like, well, is anybody in the buddy system? Like, yeah, I'm in the buddy system, and that's when they informed me that my buddy is a Blue Falcon because he didn't say he was in the buddy system. So here's Pinky missing his buddy.
Uh-oh.
Pinky, you're gonna have to make some new buddies. Bring them up to the quarterdeck.
Shit.
But I quickly figured out that all I had to do was point at somebody who couldn't last as long as I did, and then it was a vacation instead of a bad thing. You know what I mean? So when they say Pinky grab your friends, they started choosing who my friends had to be because they realized I was grabbing the people who weren't quite in shape and weren't quite this, because they're like, dude, mountain climbers, cool. He's going to get tired before I get tired and you're going to tell us to do something else.
Yeah, I spent some time on the quarterdeck myself.
Yeah.
Unintentionally, of course.
Yeah. The Marine Corps definitely did not. I mean, they might have taught me some tact, but they definitely just fed my ego of being the guy who's going to open his mouth and cause pain for everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. A little quick flash forward. You know, they can't. They're not supposed to go hands on, but everybody knows.
Oh yeah.
I was on the quarterdeck one night, and this was toward the end of the cycle, and I was getting quarterdeck like normal. But you start to build physical resiliency. Mm-hmm. You start getting stronger. And recruit next to me, he says something. It was pretty damn obvious, and I said, "Yeah, no shit." And as soon as I said, "Yeah, no shit,"
fuck,
boom, boot to the rib cage. And I was about to say something, but then my brain caught up with me before my mouth did, and I looked up and I'm like, "Oh shit, that was my senior." I swear the guy was bipolar. Because of him, I know exactly how far my head will turn before my neck snaps. I mean, I can almost look. I can stay facing forward, and I can almost look behind me.
Yeah.
Without my neck snapping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I went in October. It was when I first got there. But I've got a pretty good Christmas story of how much my senior drill instructor loved us.
I probably loved y'all a lot.
Huh?
Probably loved y'all a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I got there February 17th, 2004.
Yeah.
Third squad, second to last set of footprints.
I got there October 04, graduated January 14th, 2005.
I graduated, I think it was, trying to think. I think it was 2 or 3 days from the 1 year anniversary of graduating high school.
Oh, that's cool.
Like it was with it because I had the 1 year anniversary while I was home on boot leave.
Of everybody getting back together and shit.
I didn't talk to anybody.
Come on, man. You haven't been to any high school reunions at all or any of that stuff?
My class officers were lazy asses. So they did one reunion so far, and it was in 2008, and they kept asking me, "Hey, you coming? You coming?" I'm like, dude, I'm in the middle of Iraq. I couldn't come even if I wanted to. And besides, like me and my wife were talking about, if I want a class reunion, I'll just go to Walmart.
Yeah.
I usually see half the people I went to school with anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, it's sad. If I want class reunions, I know where to go. You're right.
Yeah. Yeah. But no, it was recruit training was a pretty big culture shock. I mean, obviously while you're in receiving is when you're going to all the appointments, medical, dental, getting your vision checked, and it sucked for you.
Getting your peanut butter shots?
It sucked for you if you had bad vision, because then you got the birth controls.
Yep, the birth control goggles.
Yep. And somebody said, I had to explain to somebody what birth control goggles were.
I'm waiting to see if you're going to explain it or if I have to.
Oh, I remember that one because I was so glad that I had good vision. And what the birth control goggles are is these ugly-ass, thick-framed, for lack of a better way to say it, shit brown glasses that you could literally fry ants with because the lenses were so thick.
Yep.
And they were the kind of glasses that if you were wearing these things, a chick is not going to come anywhere near you.
Exactly.
And that's why they're called the birth control goggles.
You're good at defining words.
Yes. That's just the way I looked at it.
I hear you.
Thank God. But now you get all the
you go through the
appointments, and
you go through the line, and they just step, shot, step, shot, step, shot, big ass shot in the ass, and then you sit in the line and you wobble back and forth.
Yeah, but for that shot, I know which one you're talking about. You actually had to drop trowel.
Mm-hmm.
Just so room full of guys standing there with their pants at half-mast, and one station they had a guy with what equated to a bingo marker.
Yeah,
it was just a black ring. I'm like, the fuck is that for? And somebody, one of the corpsmen was just being a smart ass, and he's like, it's a target system. I'm like, what the fuck is this dude talking about? And so you'd walk up and it would stamp you on the right cheek, and then you get to the next station, bam.
Yeah.
And then you had to go sit down, and you were basically sitting with your legs spread open, and it looked like just a bunch of guys getting ready to sing Kumbaya, rocking side to side. I'm like, Jesus Christ, the weirdness is starting already.
Yeah. But they've already scared the shit out of us to where you don't want to be the one that stands out, because when you're the one that stands out, I almost think there was some plants in there that during receiving that are supposed to stand out for them, they're supposed to actually grab and physically pull the hell out and just get everybody else, to fall into line. I swear it's got to be. You know what I mean?
Oh, I'm sure. They intentionally skyline themselves.
Yeah.
But that was, and I think that was the whole first week of recruit training, is all the appointments and whatnot, and then you get to do the infamous sea bag drag.
Mm-hmm.
God damn that's another term that most people don't understand. That's where you pack all your shit up in the receiving barracks, literally pack it into a sea bag and walk to where your permanent barracks is going to be, which for me was Echo, so it was probably a few hundred yards, but it felt like it took forever. God help you if you were 3rd Battalion.
What was your platoon number?
2045. I still remember it. I actually found 2 of my drill instructors on social media, and actually ran into my kill hat, which is the lowest ranking drill instructor. They always called him the kill hat because he was the mean ass, trying to be the mean. He was the one that, or she, if a female,
instilled good order and discipline.
Through creative techniques.
And you better only be asking the kill hat knowledge, especially.
Yeah, don't ask him anything.
No, other than a knowledge question.
Yeah,
don't ask him to use the bathroom. You're going to be running around till you either shit yourself or you don't have to piss no more.
Oh, no. You talking about that? My kill hat in boot camp, if you screwed up and said you had to make an emergency head call,
yeah,
you had to run 3 laps around the squad bay doing the ambulance siren noise, and then you could go. Now, the only time I did something like that is I didn't have to take a dump or take a leak. I felt lunch coming back up on me, and it just so happened to be my kill hat's night on duty. I'm thinking, fuck, the worst night for this to happen. Because he was standing up there, we were all online, and we were about to turn 2 for our 1 hour a night, whatnot, and I felt it coming up. I'm struggling to keep it down at this point, and then he's up there doing his spiel, and I couldn't keep it in. I almost ran into him, trying to get to the bathroom. Well, I didn't make it to the bathroom, but I made it to the trash can right outside the bathroom, and I'm literally doing a handstand on this garbage can, just upchucking. And after I was so out of it after doing that, I just flung my hand in the garbage can, just walked back to my place online like he wasn't even there. I didn't even have the balls to look at him. I was not about to make eye contact with him.
All right.
Especially him. Because I would rather...
Did you ever figure out what MOS your kill hat was?
No.
No?
No. He never would tell us. Not even then. Not even at the end.
So after Parents' Day, my kill hat revealed that he was admin. And I feared the hell out of him. My drill hat was Amtrak's. And my drill hat was little. He was smaller than me. On the second night we were there, we were all in the showers, right? And he was barking orders, and he was standing by the fucking door. And he walks right outside the fucking door. And this is when the drill hat and the kill hat were both there together, right? Mm-hmm. And so somebody in the kill hat's fucking voice says, "Get the hell out of my head," right? in the middle of all of us doing showers, but it's because they saw that the drill hat was on the other side of that fucking swinging door. That motherfucker got pinned, and every last person put a shoulder in that door coming out of there. Every last person.
Yeah.
We
I get that.
we went outside and woke up the sand fleas. We went outside and woke up the fucking sand fleas and let them motherfuckers eat. They had to give us new showers afterwards because we were outside in our boxers, well, in our tidy whities.
Yep.
That we put our numbers on.
I don't remember putting numbers, but I remember putting my name on them.
There was
a
a
little stamp kit.
There was a number system. Well, you put your stamp kit, but there was a number system. So everybody had a number, and your laundry bag had a number on it, and all your laundry came back. But all your laundry had a number on it. Mine was 42. So I can still find camis and hats and everything else that have my number on it, right?
I don't remember if we ever did the number system. That's just one of the few things from boot camp that I can't actually remember.
What about like when a tornado hit the house or somebody left the Foot Locker unlocked?
Well, thankfully, we weren't dumb enough to leave our Foot Locker unlocked, so we didn't have that incident. But we did the whole musical Foot Lockers and all this and that. I was smart, and out the corner of my... That's when I really developed peripheral vision.
Mm-hmm.
I would look around and watch my shit move, get thrown around. Like, all right, it's way over there. All right. Because you had seconds to get your shit and get back to your rack. So I would, out the corner of my eye, watch wherever my... I would watch my, sea bag or Foot Locker or whatever we were throwing around at any given time.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was hard to keep track of your stuff, but like I said, we never had anybody leave their Foot Lockers unlocked.
Oh man.
Because I mean, yeah, we had all seen Full Metal Jacket.
It was the same.
That point.
It was the same idiots who left it unlocked every damn time.
Now, did y'all ever have anybody try to sneak food out of the chow hall?
Yes.
I thought about it a few times, but I didn't do it.
We've had idiots do that, and
how'd that turn out?
Well, when they get caught, because eventually they get caught, even if it's just the trash in the fucking can, because they're idiots. They put the trash in the can in the squad bay. We go ahead, we unlock all of our Foot Lockers and flip them over. And then we fucking scuds around to push the shit around the fucking room. So you've got no idea where your shit is. And then he says, okay, everybody try and get your shit. So you're just grabbing as much stuff as you need. You're like, okay, well, I need 3 shirts. I need 3 drawers. I need this. I need that. I need this. You don't even care. It's got somebody else's fucking number on it. It don't even fit. It's not even the right size.
You just grab the shit, throw it in your Foot Locker, and you just worry about it later.
You trade with a buddy later.
Yeah, exactly. You don't worry about it right then because if you don't get it all picked up, by the time they get to one,
you start back over again.
They're just going to dump the shit out over.
You start all over again.
Yeah. It's an endless routine, or as we used to call it, the vicious cycle.
So let's see. What all words did we jump into? We're at 27 minutes. I tell you what, we didn't even get past phase 1.
No, we didn't even get out of receiving yet. Damn.
All right. So
3 months at Paris Island, though, is a lot to unpack.
Dude, it feels like life.
Oh, it does.
Like I say, by the end of 3rd phase, you feel like I'm a recruit. I'm going to be a recruit forever. I like this place. I could do this forever.
Yeah. But, yeah, I still remember, though, you get that whole shock and awe of getting to the island. You go through receiving. You're like, oh, thank God. We're getting out of here.
Right.
But then you hear your company commander go, I will now introduce you to your drill instructors. And you're like, oh, fuck, here we go again.
Right.
And then you see the Marines you're going to be spending the next 3 months in hell with. And you're like, oh, fuck. This ain't good.
Yeah. Not good at all.
Well, time to put your big boy drawers on and get after it. And I'll never forget that first time I seen my senior drill instructor. I'm like, oh, this ain't good. This ain't good at all.
No, man, there's something about wearing that Smokey Bear hat that's intimidating.
But I'm not going to lie, though. I wanted to wear the Smokey Bear.
Oh, man, I want a Smokey Bear so bad.
I wanted
to go to the drill field so bad.
I wanted
That's where my next set of orders would have been if I'd have re-enlisted.
Well, see, that was going to be my whole motivation for re-enlisting, was to do my time in the Corps.
Yeah.
And then save my last, because I think a hitch on the drill field is what, 3 years, not counting drill instructor school.
Yep. 3 years once you pass school.
Yeah. I was going to save my last enlistment in the Marine Corps to use it as a drill instructor and then end my career in the same place it started.
That'd be cool.
And with any kind of luck, maybe end it in the same squad bay.
Yeah.
If I would have lucked up. Like if all the weird stars would have aligned.
Yeah.
But it didn't happen that way, sadly, but it is what it is. Everything happens for a reason, I guess.
Yeah, it's a beautiful image.
I mean, it would have been nice. And for some reason, it was 3 months in hell, but I told my wife, ever since I've left, I found myself wanting to go back.
Makes me wonder if I want to go to a graduation.
Oh,
just to walk around Paris Island.
Oh, I do. Not sure why, but I do.
Yeah, maybe if the podcast we get big enough, we can film one there.
Oh, that would be awesome.
That would be sick. All right, brother. Any words of wisdom?
Put your boots on. It's going to get deep in the next few clips.
All right, iron sharpens iron, baby. We're definitely going to learn exactly what that means.
Oh, yeah.
We now have a moment of silent prayer for those still in the battle, for our departed comrades, for those missing in action, and for those held as prisoners of war.